Hey, this is Candace Colt, and I'm here to give you a little snippet of Home for Christmas, one of 11 super good stories in Festive Fates, available now on Amazon or KU. Let's get started. Rhea Tanner snapped out of her meditation so fast that her ebony cat Alika jumped from her lap and stood, legs splayed in front of her. His fur shot out in all directions, making him appear twice his usual size. Disoriented and still in her seated cross-legged position, she figured she'd heard a motorcycle. It must be a backfire. "Oh, what time is it?" she asked as she patted around the floor for her cell phone. "I don't believe that's the appropriate question," the cat replied. "Help me find my phone." Alika finished a quick trip around the perimeter of the room. "The phone did not accompany us." "Oh, of course I brought it." Rhea stood and dusted off her ankle-length boho skirt. "Why is it so dark in here?" "Whoa." Rhea reeled in a circle and nearly fell. She patted the dreadlocks piled on her head. "Weird feeling." Alika sat back on his hind legs. "I believe you've experienced the effects of enriched oxygen. I, too, am having something you might call a rush. This will pass once our blood saturation levels normalize." "Thank you, Mr. Spock," Rhea said. "Now explain how this is happening in Mother's store." "Quite simple. We're not in your mother's store." "What?" Rhea looked around at crates. Crates full of jagged bits of metal or fiberglass. Wires stuck out of large pieces. She pulled up one small section for a closer look and saw there was lettering. Were there serial numbers? "Alika, if this isn't Mimi's store, where are we?" "I've had insufficient time to complete a full assessment. My first impression is we've found our way on some sort of vessel." "A boat? I've never transported to a boat. A lot of places, yeah, but never a boat." Not a boat, my dear. A spacecraft." "Oh, come on." She'd always hoped to travel in space, but her time traveling had never worked out that well. You really think maybe it's a space station," she said. "Doubtful," Alika said. "Ooh, are we from another galaxy?" "Probably." Maria rapped on what appeared to be a door. Um, my senses are keen, as you know," said Alika. "I'm not certain, but I believe something is walking outside." "Oh, what do you mean, something?" "I do not have sufficient information to confirm the identity of—" Odd sounds came from the other side. "Let us out of here," Rhea shouted. "We have come to visit you in peace and goodwill." "Oh, for crying out loud," Alika moaned. "The only thing you can come up with is Klaatu's line from the 1951 version of The Day the Earth Stood Still." "Hey," Rhea said, where her familiar was a self-proclaimed expert in nearly everything, including sci-fi movies. "If that was good enough for 1951, it's good enough." "You are talking about a Hollywood movie," Alika said. "It's certainly a seminal work for its time and set the standard for later movies. However, I didn't care for the remake. But let me reiterate, science fiction." "Okay, you got a better idea?" Rhea said. "We're uninvited guests here, you know. They have every right to jettison out into space." "Well, since you brought it up, the first cat in space was Felicette, set up in 1963 by the French. The entire flight lasted only— Shh! Save the history later. Listen." Someone or something spoke on the other side of the door. Rhea had no clue what it said, but its soothing, Morgan Freeman sounding voice gave her happy goosebumps. This could be the adventure of her lifetime. Or not. Available now. Right now. Kindle, KU.